So today we're here with Anthony and we're going to be doing a new series for Figures of Grace. So we're going to be asking him some questions while we go on some deliveries. So why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Anthony. I am 47 years old. I am fairly new to the township of Summit, and I love it here. It's a great township. And I've met a lot of great people, and they got me involved volunteering with the Grace organization to help the hungry and the needy. So it's a fantastic organization. I'm happy to be here. I used to call my car the broken down palace because from the very beginning of buying it, everything didn't work. Like you'll see in a moment, I have to open my hatch of the car from the inside. It doesn't open from the outside. But since then, this car has been through a lot and up and down this coast, and it's seen more life than most cars ever will. So my new name for this car, and has been for a short while, is the Crusader.
What's like the best trip you've ever taken in this car?
Oof, down to Florida, all the way down to Sarasota, Florida. In probably it took us about 3 days to get down there, but that trip we carried a whole apartment in this car.
Wow.
And it's not a very big car. It's a Mazda CX-5. It's small size SUV, and we had a bag on top of the roof, and it was quite the experience. And so it was, that was the best trip we ever did. So now we're here. We're at the loading site for the donations. So you'll see how I have to open up that hatch from the inside.
Now that we have everything in the car, what made you go, I'm gonna be a driver for Grace and make a change in people's daily lives?
Well, since I've been volunteering here at Grace, they usually have drivers every week for the deliveries, but I often get just called in like last minute. I've always told Amanda and Sue, who are in charge of everything, that I'll pretty much do anything I can to help. So I drive and do deliveries, pretty much on demand. Like if they need me to, I'll do it. And I enjoy seeing the people if they're home. Most of the families that we deliver food to work. They work all day long, so often you're leaving them in their front door area, and it's you don't get to interact too much with the actual families in their homes, but it's still such an amazing thing to do for somebody.
So I know you said you've only been helping out for a few months, but how long would you say you've been delivering with Grace?
Probably only doing deliveries for about 4 months now.
Okay.
So I've been in the township of Summit for about 7 or 8 months, volunteering with Grace, the better half of the year, and delivering, I'd say, the last 4 months, and it's great. I love doing it. I love getting out there and meeting the people, and it's also just a good thing to you're bringing food to people's homes who just have a hardship and hard time affording their own groceries.
Yeah, exactly. And then some people can't obviously come out and pick up either, so
Right,
it's
exactly.
Really great.
Exactly.
So would you say you're like a star driver,
Nah.
overall, or like?
I'd say I'm versatile. I'm saying I'm a player that can play any position. There are drivers that come every Thursday. I often on Thursdays will be a part of the team, like we just saw, helping the loading cars, and we see the same faces every Thursday morning. They're the star drivers. They're the gold label because they're doing it every single Thursday. For months before I began. I'm sure months after I'll be gone.
So, apart from Grace, are you secretly a member of any other superhero organization in town?
I started volunteering with an organization called the Warming Hearts of Summit, which Grace is also affiliated with, and that's how I met Amanda Block, who's the founder of Grace. And the Warming Hearts of Summit is a program that helps the homeless people. I worked and volunteered for the overnight program at 3 different churches, Fountain, Christ, and St. John's, and we would have the homeless, with the accommodations from Township Transit Police, transported to these churches, and we would give them warm meals, beds to sleep in. We would do trivia, watch movies, just have conversation, and you connect with many of these people. And I see them around town all the time, and I sit and have conversations. I'll stop by and see someone for their birthday, and it's a great thing because they get kind of the shroud of nobody wants to see them here, and it's a shame because they're good people who have just had hardships, and everyone comes on hard times in their lives, and not everybody has the support that they need to get past it. So if we can help the people who need it, it's an important thing to do. So I'm very happy and proud to be a part of the Warming Hearts of Summit as well.
So let's get real for a second. What's one of the things about volunteering that makes you go, can we just skip this part? Is there anything?
Well, for me, when I started volunteering at the Warming Hearts originally, before even Grace, but Grace as well, it was, in a strange way, a bit of a selfish act, because I was, and still am, going through a very hard time in my life, personally, and I still need things to kind of like repair and feed my heart and soul. And so I was volunteering in order to get involved and kind of hopefully get that feeling in return, and I have tenfold. So now when I wake up on Wednesdays and Thursday mornings, it's not for that same reason. I enjoy it. I really it does feed my heart and soul, and it does make me feel like I'm making a difference in the community and in people's lives. But it's such a great thing to do. So I was doing it for myself, and I still to this day am, So we're at the first house I'll be delivering groceries to and food. So I think the best superpower would be vision, the gift of sight.
Do you have any guilty pleasure songs that you like to listen to while you're in your car?